My name is Jessica Martin, and I'm a 5th grade teacher teaching in the middle of the Nevada desert. I go by the Whimsical Teacher online, and I have a couple Periscope channels, Whimsical Teach, and now the new TPT Life. The purpose of my channel on iTeach TV Network is to give you teachers who are teacherpreneurs really hot and juicy tips that you can use right away or think about during the week. And hello to everybody coming in the room. I sure do appreciate you being here. If any point you feel like, oh, this is such a good tip, feel free to share it with other teachers that you know. Hello, everybody. All right, so here are some of my ideas for you. I hope that you will appreciate them. This has to do, first of all, we're going to go over why should you blog at all for TPT? You have a TPT store. Why should you get into blogging? Why do you even need a blog? Why do you want to have a blog if you sell things? Okay, so that's the first question I get asked a lot. Why do you need to even have a blog? And so here are some answers for you. One, the blog is your cornerstone to your little niche of the world, right? That's your cornerstone. It's where you are exposing yourself to the world as an expert on the topic that you are the most passionate about. So then my next question that I usually get is, well, what should I blog about? I know you've convinced me. I need a blog. Okay, I need my own spot in the world. But why? What should I blog about? And why should I blog about it? You should have one goal when you blog. This is the only goal you need. Are you ready? The only real goal you need as a blogger is to solve a teacher's problem or someone else's problem. But if you're a teacherpreneur, you're going to want to solve a teacher's problem. So then my next question I usually get is, well, where do I find problems? That is a lovely question. So here are some places that you can find problems. I find most of my problems, and hello to everyone coming in the room, in your classroom. Yes, Matt, that is perfect. One place you can find is your classroom. Every time I have a problem in my classroom, I jot it down in a little journal just to keep it on the side. Another place I find problems, Facebook groups. There are constant problems. Every time someone asks a question, that is a problem that you could be solving on your blog. Of course, you kind of want to stay in your niche. I know, who has trouble finding problems? I guess the problem is, right, we all have problems, and all a blog post is a way to solve a problem. It's so much easier when you think of it that way, is that I have a question that someone asked, and now I'm going to solve it on a blog post. That's all it is. So here are some ways I found to write fast blog posts. Now, the first tip I found online today was really interesting. I put it in my Teacher Business Tips Facebook group. You guys can come and join anytime you feel like it. I try to give a few juicy tips a week, sometimes every day. And one tip I found, and I do get asked this question a lot, is how often should I blog? Well, the answer to that is pretty easy. I thought you had to blog a few times a week, and then I found out that most people making over $100,000 a year on their blog are only blogging once a week, but they're spending a long time on that once a week blog post. Okay, so once a week. I would also be blogging when I know that teachers are going to have free time to read. So I would probably be blogging on Thursday night, Friday night, because most teachers are reading blogs probably over the weekend, Monday morning as they're planning. Okay, so early in the week, middle of the week, not the greatest time to do blog posts. I would definitely say for teachers, now this is my research for teachers, Fridays are a great day to put out your blog posts, or Thursday night maybe, because some teachers do have a 4-day work week, those lucky guys. All right. So, and now here, so you're gonna find a problem, you're gonna pick one day a week to solve your problem, and now here are some ideas for writing faster, because that's another issue that I get. A lot of people say, well, I don't have time, Whimsical Teacher, I'm so busy, I don't have time to sit and plan hours and hours and hours for a blog post. So here are some ideas. First of all, you are going to allocate a suitable time during your day to which you're just devoting to blogging. That whole single tasking, right? One time a day that is your time to blog. Even if you can only do it for 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 6 days a week, that's a whole hour that you've gotten done for blogging. So just one time a day where you're uninterrupted, you're energized, and you're focused. And you can do this in 10 minutes a day. It's so easy. All right, so now here are some really practical tips that I got. One is writing your problems down in a journal. 2, I have a separate notepad where I copy down. Pics take so long. You only need one pic, really, Teach at the Beach. And the reason you need one pic is so you want to put it on Pinterest, because you want more people are going on Pinterest trying to solve their problems than are going to Google in our community right now. Hope nothing goes wrong with that. All right. So let me give you another. Sorry, I got a phone call. It always throws me off a little bit, but I'll get back on my bandwagon here. So John Morrow has great blogging tips. Thank you for that tip, Anita. I love that. All right, so here's what you could do. Take out a blank note pad on your computer, and you're just going to write topic ideas. They could be based on problems, or they could just be based on things that teachers are interested in, and just start brainstorming ideas. All right, so as you brainstorm and you get all of these ideas on paper, you're going to start finding your heart being pulled towards one of the ideas. And if you don't, start ranking your ideas by order of importance, right? So you just sort of, as Meg would say, you're having a brain vomit on paper and you're writing down all your ideas. Well, what you could do is start ranking your ideas. You're making lists. A lot of us are list makers, but we're not taking the action for our lists, right? So that's one thing you could do. Start ranking your list by order of importance. Okay, so next, after you find your number one topic, right? You've made your list, you've decided this one's more important, you're going to want to go online and get some hard facts to fit into your blog post. You want to have a couple quotes that are going to really make you seem like a well-read, well-written expert, right? And so you're going to want to find 3 to 5 journal articles or pieces of information that have to do with your topic. Now, this could be a picture. This could be a picture, perhaps, that, of course, you are giving credit to on your blog. It could be a journal article. It could be a newspaper article. It could be someone else's blog post. You're just getting ideas. You want to quote someone else who's perhaps a bigger expert than you. You only need 3 to 5 to find. So that could be one day you could be brainstorming. The second day you could be ranking your ideas. The third day you could find your articles. And then the fourth day, this is what you want to do on your fourth day, is start writing, and you are going to probably want a 40-minute chunk to write. 30 to 40 minutes is optimal. Now, you've already put all of these tools into place over the week, so you're going to have a lot going on in your head. And this is what you want to do. Write without editing yourself. So you're just going to start writing and do not edit yourself. Just let it all flow out. And you want to edit yourself later. Don't edit yourself as you write. Editing yourself as you write slows you down. It slows you down considerably. Once you have your entire blog post written, you've quoted your 3 to 5 articles, then you can go back your final day that you're going to post, your 5th day, and you can edit your final version of your blog post. And this is when you're going to, just spend a little bit of time with that draft with a critical eye. This is when you're going to be looking at the grammar. You're fixing your spelling mistakes. This is what you're going to do. And if you're not feeling confident with grammar or spelling, you can be using a grammar or spell checker, or you could probably be emailing a friend to say, hey, can you check this out? I recommend having a blogging buddy, and just when you write your article, you write your post, send it in an email format to your blogging buddy and have them check over it. Right? Yes, bring out your type A personality on that day, Ash. I do agree. All right, and there we go. Those are kind of the those are the tips they have. So just a review is write down problems either that you're having in your classroom, write down problems that you see in Facebook groups. If you have too many, start ranking them in order of importance, okay? In order of importance. Then you have to go and find other pieces of information that are going to back up what you want to say. 3 to 5 other articles that you can quote, that you can draw information from to make your opinion and your topic juicier, okay? So you want 3 to 5 articles, and then you're just going to write without editing. Do not edit your work as you write, okay? And then the very last day, when you're ready to post your final blog post, you are definitely going to want to have someone else read your blog post. All right. Yes, this is the writing process, right, Ash? It's brainstorming and researching and, editing at the end, and sometimes we don't remember that and we just think, oh, this is so complicated. I cannot do this. And then the last thing is teacherpreneurs. I always recommend doing, I think it's the most fun part. Make yourself a nice clickable graphic that you can put on your Pinterest, so people that are searching problems in Pinterest, they can easily find you and get linked to your blog post. Now, this is how you're going to make the really big money, guys. If you have a product that happens to help this problem, hello, this is when you want to put in your product in your blog post. That's when you're going to make the big, big money. The big bloggers, the people making the most money online, they're writing once a week. They're talking about a problem. They're going through this process, but they also have a product that is going to help the reader when they're reading, as they're reading. Sometimes you might not even realize this is a product. I mean, there's other things you can do. There's other ways you can sandwich it. Sometimes it's getting people to sign up for your email list. Sometimes it might be one of those one-page freebies that you took out of your store after my freebie scope. All right? So there's a lot of different things that you can be offering to your readers as an incentive to come back and visit you again. And I think we'll talk more about that next week, about just how these ideas of bonuses for your readers and just how to get people to shop at your store again and again and again, how to get people to come back to your blog again and again and again. How do you get people to keep on watching you? That's what we're going to talk about next week. And I appreciate everyone for coming in today. I hope you had a wonderful Wednesday. I hope it was wild and bizarre and wacky as mine was. So I will talk to you next week with ways to really suck all those customers in so they just can't stop visiting you because you are going to be irresistible. I will talk to you next week. Have a really great Wednesday.